Welcome back to the United State of Football for the latest Manchester United news. So, Manchester United just signed, or at least agreed to, a deal for 16-year-old Harley Emsden-James from Southampton. I'll be honest, I know nothing about him, but I know it's a good deal. And here's why. So, this was what Sammy Mockbell had to say. So, Manchester United set to seal swoop for 16-year-old Harley Emsden-James from Southampton. Deal worth a minimum £1 million plus add-ons. Saints have also acquired a 20% sell-on. It doesn't matter whether he's good or not. See, we have just spent £1 million for a player, a potential player. Yes, he's only 16 years old. There's a chance that he might not develop into what we think he might be. Plus, he might not even start for or even get game time for the next 2 years. But that's what we did for Chido Obi Martin. These are the risks which I want this club to make. We need potential players. If we had waited another year or two for some of these rising prospects, we would have ended up paying much, much more. Look at Aiden Heaven. He came in for a really small amount and he was getting game time before he got injured. And there's a good chance that he'll get a lot of game time this season as well. Just imagine if he signed his pro contract at Arsenal and then what his potential transfer fee would have been. It would have been much more. So, these are the risks I want the club to make, and I'm so glad. We waste £1 million like it's nothing. We have sent Marcus Rashford on loan where we have paid a large portion of his salary. We have sent Jadon Sancho on loan. We have sent Anthony on loan. We have covered some of their wages. We hemorrhage money all the time. So is this a bad financial decision? Not at all, because you are definitely going to make a profit on this sale. 100%. There is no doubt you'll make 100. Either he lives up to the expectations or he does not. And if he does not, then we sell him and we'll definitely get at least more than what we have paid for right now. This is a no-brainer situation. That's why when Man United went in for Diego Leon, I was extremely happy. I was happy that we did that. And now people are already complaining, oh, he doesn't look good. Who cares? You are shooting your shot and you might hit some and you might miss some. But at least when you hit big. And when you lose, you don't lose a lot. It's very little. But it's not like we are spending £1 million on every youth prospect in the country. We are not. We are looking at the best and then we are picking and choosing. And so obviously you are reducing the risk by doing so, and you're going to reap the benefits in the future. Plus you have a habit of putting in all these youngsters in as soon as possible and giving them game time. This is appealing to them, and so you can show them the pathway to the first team and that this is eventually possible. I mean, I just watched like 2 minutes of his game tape and he looked decent enough, but I know he's 16 years old, but who cares? Let him go to the academy, let him work. I mean, we have a lot of prospects. Tyler Fredrickson played last season. Then Reece Monroe, he just signed a pro contract, I think, over the last 2 days. So he's a possibility in the back position. But I don't care. I mean, either they shape up or they get shipped out. That's it. This is a great deal. I'm just so glad we did it. And plus, we had to do it. Look at Manchester United's back three. Constantly with injuries. Luke Shaw, long-term injury, then comes back. Lisandro Martinez, second long-term injury in 2 years. Then Lenny Oro gets injured, comes back in, gets injured, comes back in. Then you had Matthias de Ligt missing few weeks. You had Diogo Dalot missing the last month of the season. You had Mazraoui with some injuries, but mostly he was okay. Aiden Heaven came in doing really well, looked good, maybe might cement a spot, he gets injured. So you always need defenders. And why do you need to spend like striker level money on defenders unless they are absolutely world class? It doesn't make any sense. So this is a great signing. I'm just glad they got this through. They need a few more, but hey, if this works out, he might get some playing time. Maybe not this season, but hopefully the next season, and we'll see. So this is what how he's regarded. So Harley is regarded as one of the best up-and-coming centre-backs for his age group in England. Very good reading of the game, comfortable on the ball, and is described as a leader. If move were to finalise, would be a great addition to the youth side. Brilliant. He's coming in, gets into the youth side. He's probably going to start with no hesitation, and let him develop. And then once he's ready, he comes in, he gets some little time here and there, and then probably gets into the first team. I love these signings. I've been calling for these. Manchester United is not in a position where they should be spending a large amount of money on great prospects, because we don't know if they're going to hit or they're going to miss. Because if they miss, then we are stuck in a big financial hole, which we cannot afford at the current moment of time. So it's good to go after prospects, especially very talented prospects, nurture them, and then hope for the best. If they work out, they work out. If they don't, it's 1 million. Who cares? And so this is what the Academy Scoop had to say, that obviously several Premier League clubs made approaches to sign the talented centre-back, but he was convinced by United's proposal. Yep, that's what we do. We have to sell them that they are so we need to go and get. So we have Sekou Kone now as a potential midfielder who might make it into the first team, but we need to go get more midfielders and stack the academy teams with potential. So Emsden-James has impressed scouts with his ball-playing ability and athleticism, possessing many of the attributes associated with top-level modern centre-backs. Yep, that's good enough for me. I'm so excited. For me, these signings excite me about the same as like some of the top signings like Matthias Cunha and Brian Ember. Yes, those are exciting because they immediately come into the starting lineup and can impress us this season. But when I see all these negotiations, like you have now, the Mbeumo deal is not yet done. The Victor Gyökeres deal is not been done. When all these good players get tied down, and then they look at Manchester United as potential future teams where they can possibly get high wages and then maybe drop their levels because they've already made it. That's what bothers me more than spending like $1 million, $2 million. Heck, I hope we get more like South American, other European players as well. Just flood the academy with prospects from around the world, and then the first team gets to pick the best of the litter, and then that's how you do it. I mean, even Sir Alex Ferguson, with all his great teams, still had great players coming through the academy. So it's not like we have to go in a completely different direction where everybody has to be established and has to come for a big fee into the first team. No, that's not the case. We can play with academy players who have shown potential and probably will show more hunger as well. So I know there's some exceptions to that, but it'll always turn out in the end. So I'm hoping to see how this guy proceeds. Maybe he might be on the fast track to get into the first team, but I think 16-year-old is still young. He might come in, probably will play with an experienced centre-back, probably play left or right centre-back. Hopefully he gets a lot of chances. I don't know, maybe Carabao Cup even this. No, he's still too young. I don't know, maybe, who knows what these kids are eating these days. So maybe he has the physique to handle himself in possibly in a Carabao Cup. But it doesn't matter. He can take 1 or 2 years and refine his work, and probably even worst case scenario, he might even go out on a loan and then come back and you are going to make up that money. 1 million is peanuts, absolute peanuts compared to what you have been spending. So I'm glad this is done. Hopefully more signings of this kind in the future, and let's see if he does well enough to get into the first team. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and so that it helps other people find this content.